I'm calling forth the Chief Executive Officer of DEFNET, Mrs. Suzette Willemse, to give us her input on this particular conference. Thank you.
Good day once again. Thank you, Louis. We're just going to watch a short animation. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, friends from across Africa, this is just a glimpse of the current involvement and the expansion of our network throughout Africa of DEFNET Center of Knowledge. It started with a dream, one man, and became the vision of more 48 countries across Africa. To be a world-class network of knowledge and expertise in the interest of the people in Africa who are experiencing hearing loss and related communication barriers. I'm pleased to present to you the 2015-2016 annual report, as we also celebrate our 10th year anniversary since our establishment on the 1st of July 2006. This has been a journey of faith, commitment, dedication, and a strong belief in the abilities of our deaf community across Africa. It is DEFNET's aim to improve the quality of life of deaf persons and their families. We believe that education enables people to grow and it leads to a successful life. Deaf persons have the right to knowledge, and DEFNET aims to make education a reality to our deaf community through strong and constructive approaches. The past 4 years since the last conference in Swaziland, we really engaged with partnerships so that we can build our network stronger in the interest of our deaf community in Africa. Our services the past year and in future will always be to address the core needs of our beneficiaries based on sound research and good practice. It is important to explore and allow new knowledge to grow in order to enhance the resources that lies within each deaf person and the broader community. I dedicate this report to the efforts, the passion, and the commitment of our leadership, our staff, our network partners, and the successes of our beneficiaries. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe it's an opportunity now for this organization. 10 years is a long time, but it also taught us a lot of lessons. We had many challenges the past 10 years. We are grateful, we are thankful for an organization such as the Stichting Vrienden of Ifata from the Netherlands. We saw the possibilities that lies within the deaf community across Africa. And we're thankful to the National Institute of the Deaf, who also saw that there's opportunities and they need to take hands. DeafNet started as a division of the National Institute of the Deaf, and through the support of our main sponsor SVE, through the support of other stakeholders, the National Institute of the Deaf grow into independence. We are now an total autonomous organization, and we're proud to announce that. We've been registered in September 2012 as a non-governmental organization, as a non-profit organization. We registered as a trust, and we are here to service the deaf community across Africa. In 2011, we also had the opportunity to gather in Swaziland, where we could elect people that will assist DeafNet to the services across Africa. And those of you who were present in Swaziland, you would remember it was then that persons like Abdelaziz Arsi was chosen as a chairperson, Deborah Ayuti from Uganda as the deputy chairperson, Jonathan Amua as one of the representatives for the Western region, Pumi Jemani, he was elected as the representative for the Southern region, and then Joyce Nalunga elected as the representative for the Eastern region. Mr. Muhammad bin Sari, who was then elected as the representative for the Northern region. And we had Mr. Dembe Rabaranto from Madagascar, who was elected as the representative for the Indian Ocean Islands. Then at that specific conference, Ms. Marie-Louise Kandamalu from the DRC was elected as the representative for the Central region. We employed Marie-Louise in 2013, 2014. She left the office last year, 2015. And after we've employed her, we've made some changes that we need to take this, the next person to represent the Central region in the name of Mr. Innocent Jonti from Cameroon. I just want you to give them a hand of applause. Thank you. When I started at DeafNet on the 7th of January 2013, That was the only network that I knew. And you assisted me to get access to the strong network that we already have. Thank you for your support these past years. Thank you also that whenever I can send a message, you can ask Mr. Abdelaziz, send a message. Maybe sometimes I'm too slow for him as well. But then there was a response. During the arrangements of this conference, do you know how overwhelming the support was? I sent a message to Innocent, and things just happened in that region. I sent a message to Deborah. When I struggle with some things, we need the representatives for Zanzibar. We got them. They're on the way. Thank you for that support. Thank you, Bensari, fighting for the people of his region. And so I can mention the people that has been actively involved in making sure that this network is just growing stronger and stronger. DEFNET really had to make sure that they are known. You must remember we were part of the National Institute of the Deaf, and all of a sudden we are now autonomous. So we need to set our own brand, we need to set our own footprint. And we've also, as you could see in 2011, you had a different logo than what you see, the DEFNET logo. So in the past 4 years, we also developed a logo that really speaks to the heart of the people of Africa. So I would like to applaud also the management of DEFNET for approving this. We need to set a brand, we need to market this organization, we need to make sure that the world knows about DEFNET Center of Knowledge. There's a need in the African communities, a desire need to be empowered with knowledge, to be empowered with education. And we cannot turn a blind eye towards that need. We really need to put our strengths together. We really need to work together to change the lives of our deaf community. And the most important thing for us, as you could see from the report that RC was given to Reverend Ati, that the development of our deaf leaders is a very vital and important aspect of the services to our deaf community. Because we believe that the only people that can influence the deaf community is their own leaders. We have deaf leaders here today. Deaf leaders who are already making a difference at their own communities, in their own countries, in their own regions. Deaf leaders who are already making a difference worldwide. And I would like to applaud you all here present. And of course, we needed money. We needed support. As I said earlier, we needed partnerships. And as per instruction from the executive committee, we started to engage with prominent persons. And from this platform, I would like to invite Africa. If you know people that can make a difference, that's prominent in your country, deaf or hearing, let us hear about them. Connect us with them so that we can even expand our network through that. So we started with our ambassadors, our goodwill ambassadors, people that are prominent but also make a difference. We also realize that there's people that can market DeafNet very well. That's good in that. That's people that can bring money into this organization. And it's also a process with our ambassadors, because some of them have been involved in the deaf community, but most of them, they don't know nothing about the deaf and the deaf community. So this is also an empowering process for us, transferring of knowledge to the hearing community, but allowing them to see the needs and the desires of our deaf community. So they are assisting us and helping us a lot, and we thank them for that. DeafNet is privileged that we have a board of trustees who's knowledgeable, people that I can depend on, people that I can contact at any time, depending on the need that we have at the office. Do you know how relaxing it was to know that we have a scientific committee who's working very hard behind the scenes to make this conference a huge success? For depending on the need, I can contact, I can liaise, I can email, and then I get a response. The support is overwhelming. So I thank our Board of Trustees in the name of our chairperson, Reverend A.L. Smith, Dr. F.K. Krieger, Dr. Martha Geiger, Dr. Patrick Smith, Dr. Gerard Defoni, Dr. Harma Defoni, Dr. Philemon Akash, Ms. Meryl Glazer, Mr. Abdelaziz Arsi, Ms. Deborah Ayuti, and Ms. Candice Morgan. Can we give them a hand, please? I would also like to invite you that you are welcome to request the financial report from DeafNet so that you can see our income and our expenditures for the past financial year. What I need to inform you is that 2013-2014, DeafNet raised through our income that's separate from the funding that we receive. Through sales, we've raised around 50,000 rand. It increased the next year to nearly 90,000 rand. And then it decreased a bit, 2014, 2015, to again 50,000. And the same 2015, 2016, it decreased to 43,000. Through our fundraising, we've started, and it's really an effort to put in. But we've started, and 2013-14, we've raised an amount of 59,000 rand. The next year, 122,000, and the past year, 102,000 rand. And yes, we did have expenditures. And it's not always easy when you have money and then you need to spend that money again. But do you know what is heartwarming is that money goes back to the deaf community. So we would like to say thank you to everyone who contributed to making sure that DeafNet's office and that the beneficiaries of DeafNet can function. Then finally, this is 10 years of excellent networking and service to the deaf community in Africa. And it really calls for a celebration. I hope you agree with me. We couldn't think of a better way to celebrate than to bring our beneficiaries across Africa here together for this conference, focusing on deaf education. Now you may ask, why then deaf education now? You must remember, what was the rationale behind this organization? To make sure that we transfer knowledge to our deaf community, to make sure that our deaf community achieve what any other hearing person achieve academically. And this is one of the main reasons why we focus on deaf education. Also, because there's a desire, burning desire from our deaf community to be educated. Let's talk about it. Let's make a change. Let's make sure that the knowledge gets to our deaf community. We look forward to learn from everyone's experience, the insights that you're having pertaining to deaf education, including governance, policy, advocacy, and research. Your participation will contribute immensely to the success of DeafNet Africa Conference 2016. I thank you.